Join us now is John Spencer of Soiree Restaurant, which is where we are here taping today in this beautiful location. Thanks for letting us tape our show here, John.
Oh, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the change. We're taping here all month and it's very, very cozy. But let's not jump up there yet. Let's go back and talk about when and why you opened Soiree, how long ago, and how it's changed and what you're doing today.
It seems like forever, but
it does.
we opened Soiree in 2006, January of 2006. Just really we wanted to do our own restaurant. I had done country clubs for 25 years.
You were at the Point?
I was at the Point for 5 years, and then I was in Miami at Riviera Country Club for a couple of years before that, and then I was at Charlotte Country Club for 12 years.
Wow, okay.
And we just really wanted to, before I got too old to be able to pull those kind of hours, wanted to open our own place. And I drove by here every day on my way home from work, and just thought that that would be a cool spot for a restaurant. And it was really kind of, from that point on, everything kind of started really rolling. But it was. I just thought it was the time to do something. I really loved the downtown, and I thought that this space was just incredible. And actually, only was really interested in the other side to begin with. But we went to decided that we had done country clubs so long that you
can handle the large crowds.
Yeah, we'd like to open a restaurant that also had some banquet space too, that you could do some events, and we wouldn't have to get away from doing some weddings and corporate events and things like that. And so the upstairs kind of lended itself to that, and it was really.
It flows really nice too, because you've got a nice dining area, and then you've got a beautiful bar area, which is even more cozy now than it was before, and then the upstairs is just lovely.
Right. Well, and it keeps the dining area quieter too than having it open to the bar like you find.
It does. It does. We've got a lot of. I like to think we've got a lot of different areas for a lot of different type of things. Our patio during the summertime is extremely casual and just really, kind of a cool atmosphere. I think the dining room has its nuances and little nooks that hopefully the renovations did kind of increase. But and then we wanted to have a very cool and sexy building without the detriment to the original building, without ruining the integrity of the antique building. But
yeah, it's beautiful with all the woodwork and the leaded windows.
Well, and you can see now the fabric and the just more of a cozy with the tables.
But tell us about the food.
Right. How would you describe your food?
I kind of classify it as French-based continental cuisine. We do a lot of everything. We're all classically trained, though, so that's where the French base comes from. And couldn't open a place called Soiree without a French base.
Well, what are some of your specialty dishes, or what are your signature?
I can tell you what's most popular. I kind of like doing everything, but sea bass is phenomenal. And the rack of lamb is those are probably two of the top three, and then the fillet is always great. It's just very kind of straightforward, but definitely probably the top three. But we like to do everything. My brother and I were raised on the coast, and we do a lot of seafood, provided that we can get our hands on nice quality fresh stuff, and that's just kind of our favorite thing to do.
And what about for happy hour? If you want to come here, happy hour time, you've got a pretty extensive appetizer menu too.
We do. We have a pretty extensive happy hour, or the term happy hours.
Happy hours.
But we do have an extensive appetizer list and a separate bar menu as well. That is a lot more on the casual side, kind of. If you just want to sit down and have a cocktail and something to munch on, rather than have a full-blown meal. And everybody says you can't be everything to everybody, but we'd like to.
We can try.
And what about the wine list?
The wine list is kind of my pet project.
Okay.
I love our wine list. It's a little eclectic. There's a lot of things you recognize on there that people, say, oh, I love that wine, or, it has the things that everybody expects, but I like to think that it has a lot of little boutique-ish wines that, you might not expect. But
anything stand out that you have on there that you really?
My favorite wine on the list right now is Bilton Matte Black. It's a South African blend. Probably one of the best that I've tasted in the price range that, you don't really expect what you get for.
Right. Let's come back here for a glass of wine.
Please
that sounds good.
Please do. And we speaking of happy hours or happy days, we do Friday is our half price wine day. Everybody thinks I'm crazy for doing that, but
it's funny how many people look for that now, and that's kind of a
yeah. And a lot of people do it during the week, and I probably could too, but I would rather do it where people can just sit and enjoy it and really make an evening out of it, not have to go to work the next day,
Right.
Yeah, and
maybe
look
have a
forward
second
to
bottle.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And you're closed on Sundays and Mondays?
We're closed on Sundays and Mondays. We will probably bring brunch back in the fall.
Oh, good. Okay.
And we may start doing dinner on Mondays. Typically during the race season, we'll open Mondays. There's a lot of our clientele are only in town Monday through Wednesday,
Right.
Or our regulars.
And you open at what time?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Great. Well, we're looking forward to having you on our show next week to do a recipe for us, and we're looking forward to taping here all month.
Absolutely.
This is great. Thank you so much
am
for
as well.
hosting us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.